Hello there, welcome back. Today is Tuesday, March 31st, and I am 2 days post 28-day digestive reset. I mentioned in my last video that I was going to share a few things that I learned on this cleansing journey, a few improvements that I have seen or noticed, something that didn't really improve as much as I thought it would, and what I plan to carry forward from this experience. After doing a 28-day digestive reset, I have much softer skin. Now, I never had really bad rough skin because I do moisturize every single day, but it was noticeably softer. I couldn't believe it. And more importantly, my feet were much more softer. On occasion, the heels get a little cracked and get a little dry, but I couldn't believe how soft my feet were. Like, I literally rubbed my feet together all day, every day, every chance I got, because I was just in shock. And that is a side effect of cleansing. Your skin is your biggest organ in your body, and it's a huge detoxification organ. So between the supplements I was taking to help expel things out of my body, yes, through my digestive system, but also out of my skin, coupled with working out and sweating as often as possible, I was really purging a lot. Hence why I feel like my skin got softer. Another improvement I've seen is better bowel movements. I'm not going to go into crazy detail. I know pooping is like this taboo topic, but at the end of the day, we all do it. But I'm seeing much better bowel movements in the sense of they're more complete. They're quicker. I can sit down, go to the bathroom, and be done in less than 5 minutes. And I actually have to wipe less. My instructor mentioned this would be an expected outcome. And he put it in the perspective of comparing our bowel movements to that of a dog. Obviously, dogs have a much stricter, pretty much cleaner diet for the most part. But when you're on a digestive cleanse, you're really getting rid of a lot. And your digestive system is getting a chance to sort of work through all of the processes very thoroughly. So whereas our digestive system might not be super supported on a regular day without additional supplements, without monitoring what we eat closely, so on and so forth, when you're on a cleanse, you're so intentional about what you put into your body that your gut has no choice but to do its best work, because you're providing it with so many key nutrients it needs to do just that. And so the similarity to a dog came into play, as when you take your dog out to use the bathroom, what do? They squat, they do their business, they walk off. It's very simple. Dogs don't have to wipe their butt, even if they could. We don't have to wipe their butts for them. They can poop and go on with their day. That should really be the same experience for humans if our diet is clean enough and if our detoxification and gut health is strong. Hence why I'm saying I had more complete bowel movements. I was excited about that, actually. The third difference is mental clarity. I was able to really think through things with a little more objectivity than usual. I realized I didn't let emotion get in the way of my decision making nearly as often as I typically do. I mentioned before I was being tested when an old practitioner I was supposed to work with out of the blue contacted me after ghosting me for a while. And I was really able to remove my emotions and make the decision that was best for me without feeling bad about it, without second guessing it, and without feeling like I really don't know how this will work out. I know this is going to work out for me because I trust in my gut. So mental clarity was absolutely a huge benefit from this cleanse. The last benefit I want to talk about is emotional regulation and mood stability. I found that things that would happen that would make me anxious or overwhelmed or worried in the past really did not have that type of hold on me this go around with this cleanse. Being in traffic, somebody cuts me off or, does something stupid and puts us in danger, I would react prior to, like I'm sure most people would. And I'm not saying that's never going to happen again, but I noticed that my reactions were a bit more tame. I could just roll my eyes. I might just suck my teeth. But I didn't lay on my horn the way that I might have done in the past. I didn't yell and curse and scream and crash out the way that I might have done in the past. And I really do think a lot of that has to do with this cleanse. Because when you're cleansing, you're not just getting rid of old food that may be buried in your body or, chemical toxins. Stress and emotions that are held inside and negative internal thoughts, those are the same as the others. Those things take up space and they deny the ability for energy to move through. Energy becomes stagnant and you can't properly go through the motions. And I felt like I was able to really go through the motions in a healthy and productive way on this particular cleanse. I didn't stay stuck in one emotion for too long, especially when it was an emotion that was reactive in nature versus responsive. And again, I just attribute it to being intentional about what I'm putting in my body, how I was thinking about myself, how I was talking positively to myself, giving myself grace, allowing myself to just enjoy this experience. Now, one thing that I didn't really see a lot of progress on that I was hoping for a little bit more is this post-nasal drip that I've been experiencing for maybe like 2 months now. So if you don't know what post-nasal drip is, it's kind of like that inkling in your throat where you feel like you have to cough. And that's your immune system's way of trying to expel whatever is in your body that's not supposed to be there. And it has improved, but I did not get rid of it. I have felt it at night sometimes. And with it, I realized that it's happening at night primarily because that is when my immune system is most active. Your immune system is most active when you are resting, when you are sleeping. So that's why you often get immune reactions when you're sleeping. You often get the stuffy nose. You often get the coughing. You often get, if it's environmental allergies, you get like some itching of the throat, maybe of the ear or maybe of the eyes. You get those symptoms because your body is working to make you healthy again. I am going to monitor that. I'm going to be mindful of taking in allergens that I know trigger immune response and make the post-nasal drip worse. Right now, it's not really bothering me. It kind of comes and goes here and there, but it is much less severe. So I will say that's a win. And lastly, a few things that I'm going to take with me. So I begin each morning with a greens powder, just in water. And I think I'm going to continue to do that. It was really nourishing. I believe it had several types of different greens, including spirulina and chlorella, which are absolutely tremendous for giving you energy and just supporting your overall health. So I'm absolutely going to keep that in place. I'm going to keep some of the supplements that I was taking. I've discontinued the targeted supplements that are specifically for detoxing, but I have kept in some of the ones that I was taking. So I'm looking forward to seeing just how much more improvement I feel after regularly taking those. I'm also going to take the 1 meal a day approach. 1 major meal a day is all I really need. If it's balanced, if it's fulfilling, if it's nutritious and nutrient dense, then I will be absolutely fine. And I think that's more than enough. 3 takeaways, 1 would be enough, but 3, I feel like it's really a win. So that was my overall experience. I'm looking forward to doing it again, maybe in the summer or fall, and I'll definitely document it then as well. If you have any questions, drop them below. Thank you.